Like darkness?
Yeah, welcome back everyone. My name is Megazer. As you can see, we're back here at Firelink Shrine. If you're wondering, Omega, why are you back here? Well, it's because we need to do some upgrading, sell some stuff, and give Orbeck and Karla their new items. Because, guess what? They are very useful. Anyways, we're going to reinforce our Estus Flask because we had one Estus Shard, and we're actually going to give Andre some coal. Wait, what? Pretty sure. Oh, I forgot to grab the Profaned Coal. Frig. I will be back. I will do that off screen and then come back here. Or I might just do it on screen because you do have to go to Irithyll Dungeon for it. And he gives a very unique response because he says it's not a good item. Or it's not good in the sense of it's dangerous, like it's very bad to use. Anyways, here we have Karla, the lady witch that we saved. The lady witch. Redundant, like saying man warlock. Anyways, we saved her, and anyways, you want to come over here and talk to her after saving her.
Ah, there you are. As I said, I am Karla, and am grateful to you. Now, what shall we do? The only thing that might interest you is my sorcery. Although my dark arts are a detestable sort. That wouldn't interest you, would it?
And now we can learn dark sorceries in addition to other stuff from teaching her. So let's give her the option to learn some dark sorceries from her.
You're a wicked one, aren't you? Very well. Humans are of the dark, and you are no different. Some may avert their eyes, but the truth remains the truth. Be careful, though. Few humans are privy to this knowledge. Let it be a secret, kept between you and I.
Alright, so now we have the ability to learn dark sorceries, i.e. 2 being Affinity and Dark Edge. Both are good. And by that, I mean Affinity is decent and Dark Edge is crap. But if you're talking about damage, it does do a lot, but you do require a very high amount of intelligence, and right now we're not at that point, being only level 55. In fact, I think we won't even be summoned for Fair and Keep invasions anymore, which I'm happy for, but also kind of sad. But anyways, we're going to give her the Pyromancy Tomes. The two ones that we got, the Quaylana and Grave Warden, and we're going to give her the Divine Tomes, but only the deep ones. So let's give her the Quaylana Pyromancy Tome.
Oh, a Pyromancy tome, have we? Quaylana, Witch of Isolith. Well, this is a fascinating pyromancy. Very well. If this is your wish, I will unravel the thing the best I can. Besides, it will be nice to play master for once.
Alright, after doing that, you can learn some sorceries, being the Fire Whip, which is not good, Firestorm, which is also not good, and Report, which is kinda good, but not really. It works on the enemies and makes them to your side, kind of like a, what was it? giant seed of a giant, tree seed of a giant, whatever that's called, seed of a giant, whatever it's called. We are, it makes them on your side, and they will attack enemies, which is kind of good, but it's also, But anyways, we're gonna get for the other Pyromancy's Tome, which is the Grave Warden, and hold up, we're probably gonna get some encoding error overloads in a second. No, we're okay, we're good. Grave Warden Pyromancy Tome. This is the one with Cornix will not teach you because it's dark.
Oh, another pyromancy tome, have we? And one that resonates with the dark, yes. Well suited to me. I may be a heretical sorcerer, but you bring me nothing but pyromancies. Fiendish little lass, you.
So yeah, so she teases you a little bit. You can learn some dark sorceries, and you can get Black Flame, which is good, and Black Fire, which is also very good. So we're gonna get those two right away, and we're gonna give her a Divine Tome. We're gonna give her the Londor Braille Tome first. Actually, no, we'll give her the deep one because this is the one you could get, and it's the only one you'll usually get unless you're specifically going for that alternate ending. So let's give her the deep Braille Divine Tome.
Oh, is this a divine tome? What on earth are you thinking? I wouldn't go near a divine tome, or any so-called miracle. And casters of miracles are sure to steer clear of me. So please, don't torture me so.
She says not to torture her, but this is the only way to learn these, so...
Ah, you. How could you? Oh. I know. I owe my life to you. Fine then. But just this once, I will tell you this tale. But do understand, it will be my first time. I'll have no sniggering should I err.
Alright, and now you can learn some dark sorceries, and you can have some pretty good ones. Gnaw is not that good, but Deep Protection is was one of the best buff miracles, because you get extra attack, absorption, resistance, and you recover more stamina. So it's a very good all-around buff, and you can stack it with others, I believe. You can get Gnaw, but it's really not that worth it. And then we're going to give her the Londor Braille Tome. Now this will be the first time I've ever given her this tome, because I tried learning it on my other characters, but it was just too high level, so I'm going to try it here.
Ah, you. How could you? Oh. I know. I owe my life to you. Fine then. But just this once, I will tell you this tale. I'll have no sniggering should I err.
Alright, and with that, we have learned basically the last of the sorceries. Vow of Silence. Very, very good for all those people who just want to make magic builds. Now, I have a primarily magic build, but I usually have something on my other hand to help. So, you have this, you have Dark Blade, which is another, it reinforces your right-handed weapon with dark, and you could do Vow of Silence, which will negate all your spell buffs. And then you have Dead Again, which blesses corpses and turning into trash, which is kind of sort of good. I mean, say if they killed all the enemies in an area, and then you try to weaponize those enemies against them and use Dead Again, bam, it works. So we're just gonna get Dark Blade because that's just better. And we have learned basically all the dark sorceries, but if I learn anything else, I'll learn them off screen. So let's do that.
Don't stir up any trouble. You're my apprentice. Don't forget.
Alright, so now we're also going to give Orbeck the Logan Scroll now.
Back again, I suppose.
And we're going to give him this one because he actually has a unique reaction to it like everything else you give him.
Oh my. You've made quite the discovery. This is a scroll of the prodigious Big Hat Logan, a masterful sorcerer, long missed in Vinheim. And now we have his scroll. right here in my very hands.
Alright, so now we can learn sorceries from him, and I believe we get it's after the Firelink weapon, I believe. Is it? Really? I thought it... Okay, yeah, here it is. It's these... Homing Soul Mass and Soul Greatsword. It's these three specific ones, I believe. Now, they're pretty good, mostly. And I will be using another one for PvP only, i.e. the, what is it? The one we got from that one invader, that enemy invader. I forget her name. I guess it was a female. But, we'll just leave it at that for now. And we'll learn some more sorceries from him off screen. Because there's only one more set of sorceries that we can get from him. So let's go talk to Lothric now. Lothric? I think it's his name. So let's begin the transposition. We still have this. I need to do something with this. And we have Yorm's weapons, which just gives us Yorm's Great Shield and Yorm's Giant Machete. Both heavily strength based, whereas Yorm's Great Shield's all strength. I'm just probably going to consume the souls and use it as fuel. Because honestly, I'm not going to use them on Tharja ever. So let's just head back. We're going to tune our spells real quick. Change this to the Blackfire Orb because we're actually going to do something with it. And we're also going to give ourselves Deep Protection because I'll... No. We'll just have Blackfire Orb on for right now. And we're going to burn our Undead Bone Shard. And let's see, actually, what do we have in terms of upgrades? We actually can upgrade a bit, so I'm going to just upgrade the Pyromancy Flame basically up to what, +8? Or +7? 1 to 2? So we're going to reinforce it. Bam, bam. +7, okay.
What?
So now we're going to do a lot of damage, and we're actually going to switch off this, the Fire Clutch Ring. Actually, no, we're going to see if it stacks. Because Blackfire Orb does count as dark damage because, well, it's dark sorceries. So, what we're going to do is we're going to reset the bonfire, and then we are going to travel back to the Vort of the Boreal Valley bonfire. The reason why we're traveling back to this one specifically is because we haven't unlocked the other one. And we actually need to go back to the Profaned Capital to not only get the coal there, which is just behind one of the other gates. I believe it's behind the left one near the beginning, which I'll probably just show off at the end of the episode, depending on how long this takes. Because we do have a boss fight in this episode. Most of this was just prep work. We need our prep time to... we're becoming Batman. We need our prep time in order to defeat this boss. Because you can face this boss extremely early on in the game. How early? Very early. As in, you can fight this boss before Vort. And this boss is quite difficult. So, we're going to test this real quick to see if the damage stacks. Which I think it does. But, here. Blackfire Orb. Bam. 560 damage. Not a whole lot, but enough to where it's annoying, I suppose. Kick the shield. And with dark damage, this also does more damage. The Dark Hand, with the crit doing well over 800. So I do find impressive. But anyways, we're just going to run past the Lothric Knights because we got something more important to do. As you remember, during the last part of the episode, we got the Basin of Vows from like the High Priestess of Lothric. So what you need to do with the Basin of Vows is go up here and watch the cutscene happen. Oof, and that's our new boss, the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. So yes, this boss is hard, hits hard, and very, very dangerous. But I will take that trade, even though, in my opinion, it really wasn't worth it. But yes, the Dancer of the Boreal Valley hits hard, is fast, and has a lot of combos. Yes. Okay, so I tried to dodge that perfectly. Okay, we are not doing good here because we are taking a lot of damage, but we are also doing decently well, surprisingly. Oh god, we might hit a coding overload. Okay, so we actually are... Oh, wow. First try, let's go. Black Fire for the win. Okay, put this on. Sold an answer. Okay, so yeah. This boss is difficult, but because of the way I have my setup right now, I am able to defeat it fairly easily. I'm not going to front and say, oh yeah, this boss is super easy, you don't have to worry about nothing. No, the boss is difficult. The boss is actually pretty difficult and hard to fight. So we're going to attune our spells, we're going to switch off to Chaos Bed Vestiges, and we're going to travel to... We're going to go back to the Profaned Capital, and we're just going to hurry up and get that item I was talking about, the coal. And I'll probably use it in the next episode, because we just had prep time, that was it! That's the whole reason why this boss was, I say difficult, but because of the way I had everything set up, I just had prep time. And I was like, I know what's coming, I know how to dodge, I know how to do damage. So, bop, 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 I win. Okay, so I'm just gonna put, let's just put, I don't know, Blade of Dark Moon, because that might actually get us summoned, even though I hate doing Blade of the Dark Moon. Because Blade of the Dark Moon is... Actually, no, here. We'll put on another Covenant, Aldrich Faithful. Aldrich Faithful might actually get us some invasions because a lot of low-level people like to go through there, and they might actually have the stat upgrades to be at that point. And I need to change this to... let's put on the Flynn Ring, because that will actually allow us to do more damage. And we're just... Yeah, despite the fact that we, like I say, we have low stamina, low attunement, decent health pool because we took multiple hits. I wouldn't recommend doing what I do unless you are adept at playing Dark Souls. I seriously suggest, unless you are adept at this game, don't do what I'm doing. All the damage. All the damage. Like, look at this. Like, this is how you deal with jailers. Throw fire at them and hope they die. Because most of the time, they will. I mean, look at this. We're killing jailers left and right because they are literally nothing to us. Like, seriously. This is ridiculous. This is why I love it. I both love and hate this game. Because it's able to do damage, but if you aren't careful, like any JRPG, it can screw you over pretty dang easily. Now, when it comes to the jailer cells, I said it was on the left when you first come in. I believe it's this one. And you want to be careful here because there are these like wall enemies that will attack you. So just beat them up. Punch that one. You have to punch this one. You can get a unique enemy item from them. I think it's called the Wind Tail Spear. Whatever, pick up this item. Profaned Coal. This is what I was talking about. It's the coal item that you can give Andre, and he will tell you, like, yeah, this coal, it's not too good. Don't use it. What the? Giant rats. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The giant rats. Okay, so we're going to use the Homeward Bone, and we're just going to go to the Shrine Bonfire. Hurry up and give Andre the item. And then next episode we'll go into one of the smallest areas in the game. Hurry up and complete that, and then that'll be its own little episode and everything. But right now we are still fairly competent in this, like, fairly short episode, if I'm being honest. And let's hurry up and give Andre his item, and then actually level up. Because imagine if we did more damage to the freaking dancer in the Boreal Valley. Let's talk to Andre.
Just what need.
But we're actually gonna give you your coal and give us your.
Words. Where did you happen upon this coal? This is much too dark. I see the abyss in it. Yet a smith I remain. I won't turn down a request. But forget not, your fight is for the flame and for your fellow kin, just like mine. A cursed fate this may be, but hope remains, does it not?
Okay, and that gives us one of the more ways to infuse weapons. I believe that gives us what? Blood, poison, and hollow. And I believe the ability for dark. Dark damage is, in comparison to deep damage, dark damage is the combination of both faith and miracles. But if you want dark in terms of crit, you will go with chaos over dark, even though they both scale off the same type of ability. So, thank you, Andre. We're actually going to go level up and be a high enough level to where we can still like one-shot people pretty effectively. So let's go talk to our favorite keeper, the Fire Keeper. And we're going to level up once again. We're going to give ourselves more intelligence, more... Ooh. Let's just keep it even. And we'll put that up to 19, giving us one more spell slot. And we're at level 63.
Very well. Then touch the head.
Okay, I don't have one.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the...
Alright, so I'll call that episode here, ladies and gentlemen. We've done everything we can, and in the next episode we'll actually explore one of the smallest areas in the game. My name is Omega Zero, and I will catch you all later.
Like darkness.